I'd like to tell you a story. Now, it's a very strange story, but it's a very new story that most people haven't heard about yet. Still, it's a story. Like any good story, it has its heroes and villains, its pitfalls and pratfalls, its startling discoveries, and its sudden shifts of fortune. Now, like I said, it's a strange story. And its protagonists are definitely not your average, ordinary variety. In fact, they're not even human. Well, I may as well just blurt it out. The Astropups, our heroes, are subatomic particles. That's right. Subatomic particles. You know, smaller than atoms. Really small. And yet they're big. Really big. Uncontainable. They're the foam dancing on the crest of the next wave. They're going to be it. So before the machine of contemporary culture descends, before the reality is hidden behind a barrage of Astropup comics, Astropup t-shirts, Astropup miniseries, before those crazy little microbits become the stuff of popular misconception, it's our duty to tell you the real story. That's why I'm here. They said I was uniquely qualified to bring you the inside scoop, the nitty-gritty info, the bona fide beginning of the Astropup saga. So what I'm going to tell you is this. I don't know. That's right, I don't know. I just can't tell you much about the Astropups. Well, you tell me, how can you analyze a phenomenon like the pups? How can you measure something that is so unswervingly unpredictable? How can you describe that which changes the instant you put words on it? Come to think of it, the fact that I can't describe the Astropups should give you a nice little clue as to what they're all about. Think about it if you want. Me, I can just give you the facts. I deal in facts. I'm a scientist. Or at least I was a scientist until I discovered the Astropups. Wait, that's the beginning. That's what I've been looking for. I can tell you how I discovered the Astropups. A totally artificial and arbitrary place to begin, but so what? All beginnings are imposters anyhow. Okay, here's how it began. Like I said, I was a scientist, a subatomic physicist to be exact. Experimental, mind you, not theoretical. I wasn't holed up in some ivory tower searching my soul for Einstein's crib sheets. I was in the lab, working with the guts of creation itself, stoking the engines of the cyclotron tubes, bouncing electrons off one another, manipulating the atoms that make up your very own flesh and blood. What we were trying to do, you see, was to answer some very simple, mundane questions. Questions which I'm sure have nagged at you at odd times, like when you're starting the car in the morning or cleaning out the cat box. Questions like, what is reality and where does it come from? Perfectly reasonable questions, but surprisingly hard to answer. We found out very quickly that reality does not have a return address stamped on it. Well, take yourselves, for example. You know that you exist. There seems to be that definite little Fred or Mary inside you. You know, it's that little thing inside you that kicks into gear when you're introduced to somebody. It says, hello, my name is Fred. Well, it's real. You know it exists, but you don't know where it came from or where it's going. So anyhow, to answer questions like that, all we needed to do, we figured, was to simply take reality and cut it up into smaller and smaller pieces. Just keep splitting it in half ad infinitum, from atoms to electrons to bosons and so-ons. until we got down deep enough. Deep enough to reveal that one magical little particle whose umbilical cord to creation was still pulsing with life. And then we have our answers. So what does this have to do with the pups, you ask? Well, I'll tell you. One night in the lab, I had gotten to the point where I expected a breakthrough. I was working with the smallest particles we had ever discovered, kleptogluons. And I was sure that putting the klepto-gluons in the cyclotron and splitting them even smaller would reveal a pretty spiffy epiphany, to say the least. But something went wrong. I don't know what. Maybe some gamma bosons were inadvertently mixed with a batch of klepto-gluons. I can't be sure. But the fact is, when I turned on the cyclotron, put my face up to the screen to view the splitting, what else happened but the totally unpredictable?
Well, I'm Astropup. And who are you, mirror, mirror on the wall?
I'm Astropup. You can't be Astropup. You're not me.
I guess I am you. I guess you're me.
Oh, no. 5 seconds old and already an existential crisis.
Say, what are the odds that we're all Astropups? That a moment ago we were part of the big primal one from which all things come and to which all things return. And that we were suddenly and rudely refracted into the prism of 3D reality by one scientist's awareness. And this chance observation split us into 3 parts and gave us form. And so, in tangential accordance with the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, this proves once and for all that something can't come from nothing, something always comes from everything. I ask you, what are the odds?
Don't tell me. 3 to 1.
3 from 1. It seems our numbers come up, and there's nothing to it but to do it. Let's go.
Wait a minute. Not so fast. Who knows what pitfalls lurk beyond the next metaneuron? It's so dark and unknown out there. There could be dragons, monsters, even particle smashers. Let's go back to where we came from. Home, where we belong.
But that's just it. We now belong to the world of things. There is no going back. The way homeward lies upward and outward. Don't you feel it within you? Look, sure, there are monsters out there, but there are blue skies and stars that shine like diamonds too, and we've got to see all of it. All sides, all directions until we spill over the top. Then we'll be home.
Sounds like fun.
That's the spirit. Let's go.
Wait a minute. Just where are we going to go? Do you know how many things there are out there? We can't just barge out there and go up to the first thing we see and say, pardon me, thing, but will you hold still for a second while we experience you fully? Where do we start? Where do we go?
You go down to the light about a mile, you make the first right, and then you go make the...
something about a scientist's awareness. A chance observation that brought us into being. Why, that's perfect! What better place to explore than a human brain? A living nervous system! Let's go!
Hold on a minute. How do we get there?
What's that?
Oh, no, it's a thing.
Aboard the tachyonic choo-choo. Leave before you know it. Aboard!
Well, we're not bored.
Scared, maybe. Definitely not bored.
Not bored. That's highly irregular.
What's this?
That is where the conductor keeps his time, and I am the conductor. They say that all things happen in their own time, so I keep my time close at hand. You see, time is like a meandering river that seems to flow in one general direction. But if you jump into it, you find that it's full of all sorts of currents, eddies, rapids, and deep, silent pools. Ah, yes.
But since man has somehow lost the ability to navigate in these waters, well, it's just no wonder they don't make them like they used to.
Well, make what?
Don't bother me, child. Can't you see I'm on a roll? Anything. They don't make anything like they used to.
Can you imagine if they did? Boy, would that ever gum up the works.
Did you ever notice that each day of the week has its own personality and feeling? Monday's blue, Friday's great, and Sunday's so mellow. And yet there is nothing intrinsically different between each circumnavigation of the sun about the globe. Totally artificial, me lads. A bizarre electrochemical side effect of that potent drug, modern life. Figured that one out all by myself. Whoops, hurry up. The tachyonic choo-choo is heading out.
Well, what's a tachyonic choo-choo?
What's a tachyonic choo-choo? Why, it's just the cheapest and fastest transport this side of the cosmic MARTA wavefront. Faster than light she is, and makes all stops simultaneously in both the known and unknown universe. You're lucky. This is my first stop today. Or is it my last? You see, she's so fast that sometimes, well, she leaves the station before she even gets there. And other times, well, she just bubbles up in the middle somewhere and maybe... Oh, darn it. Those hyper-quantum engineers are always playing mind games with my reference frames. So at any rate, the choo-choo is the only mode of transport that you Astropups can use. So get ready. She leaves before you know it.
Sue, what fun! Let's go.
Don't be too hasty now. We've got a good thing going here. It's warm. It's comfortable. It's where we came from. I mean, what more could you ask for?
Well, there's change, bright lights, action, reaction. Don't be a stick in the mud. Let's go where it's cooking.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Let's ask him.
Well, okay. I'll take my chances.
Is Kmart having a sale on Paul Williams records?
Yes!
You're here. What are you doing?
Well, that's how Astropups move. It's called circumnavigation.
Crazy kids. Forward! And here we go. Next stop, Brain Central Station.
Astropups came from the formless void of creation. And through the chance combination of klepto-gluons colliding at warp speed with my own expectations, they appeared. Well, that more or less answers the question of where the Astropups came from. As for what they are, really and truly, well, that's another question. Now, I've been in the science business for a long time. And I've seen a lot of subatomic particles come and go. Yeah, they flash into the lab, brimming with newness. They do their little two-step, and then they just sort of fade away. Well, you see, most particles come in pairs. For every boson, you have an anti-boson, let's say. And so they're always tied together in this little dance that they do. The pro-boson wants to go this way, the anti-boson wants to go the other way, and they just spin around and around, never really going anywhere until they just sort of disappear. The Astropups. The Astropups are different. Completely unique. You see, the Astropups are a triad rather than a pair. They are three entities intertwined rather than two opposed. Oh, sure, they have the little binary dance of yes, no, here, there, but. There's always that third element there to break the stalemate somehow, keep the whole shebang moving. Now, you must understand. So accustomed was I to thinking in pairs that initially this third element, the third Astropup particle, seemed to be an aberration, kind of irrelevant, almost flippant. And yet, the more I watched, the more I realized that this was the crucial ingredient in the Astropup recipe. It was the triad that kept the pups moving and growing, continually catalyzing, perpetually self-prompting, and incredibly interesting. Which leads us to the question of where the Astropups are going. Well, I couldn't help but conclude from all the evidence before me that the Astropups were going somewhere. They were not your run-of-the-mill random particle. They had a destination. But where? Well, I thought, perhaps everywhere. Now, the fact that the Astropups might be going everywhere is really not so bizarre if you consider that they displayed a form of tachyonic movement. Now, tachyons are a theoretical particle that can move faster than light, faster than time itself, so that one little tachyon can go from here to there and back again instantaneously. That one tachyon would actually be in two places at the same time. So theoretically, tachyons could be everywhere simultaneously. Very outrageous. And like I said, theoretical until the pups came along. Now, I really can't tell you if the pups are tachyons in their own right. Maybe they just use a form of tachyonic transport to get where they're going. I don't know. Maybe they would just hail the nearest tachyonic taxi. Yeah, the kind that would charge $1 for the first quantum leap. 10 cents for every black hole after that. Strange. Even though I could only see the Astropups through blips on a screen, computer readouts, the more I watched them dance crazily from one graph to the next, the more I began to form a picture of them in my mind. I began to imagine the Astropups as these three impish, crazy, fun-loving little creatures, dashing around, getting into little arguments, just exploring the new world they found themselves in. I know it's crazy for a scientist, but really maybe that was the only way that I could begin to assimilate all of the new concepts and possibilities that the Astropups embody. Oh, one other thing I almost forgot. That first night in the lab when the Astropups came into form, in the initial flash of their appearance, I thought I saw 3 other shadowy particles spin off the pups. Now, it was just a momentary glimpse, maybe just a microsecond reflection of the pups themselves. I can't be sure of the significance of these anti-pup particles, if they exist. All I know is, try as I might, I was never able to observe these anti-particles again.
You an anti-pup? Yeah. Are you? Yeah. What a relief. I was beginning to doubt my existence. Never doubt it. As long as the Astropups are on the loose, there will be anti-pups to bring them to justice. It's the law.
3 Astropups and only 2 of us. Thought we had to balance.
You're right. We're missing the 3rd anti-pup. Have you seen him? We gotta find him. Without him, we'll never achieve our goal of complete and total world domination. Take a good look around. Carefully. Seen him?
Nah, you.
Not a trace.
Don't you see? Gods of the anti-world have mystically completed our numbers, a sign of holy blessing for our mission. We're all anti-pups! Yeah! Anti-pups! We're now 3 and a match for our mortal enemies, the Astropups! We'll chase down the Astropups. We'll chase them to the far reaches of the galaxy, through the never-ending branches of the nervous system. And finally, when we have them trapped in some evolutionary cul-de-sac, we'll advance without mercy. No mercy!
Well, maybe a little mercy.
No mercy! We'll advance without mercy, and then we'll consume them. A pact, dear brother. We must swear a pact. We must set the foundation for our holy mission. We must seal it with a kiss. Ah! Why must we track down the Astropups? Why must we embark on this holy crusade? Why must we dedicate our lives to this single aim? Why? For no good reason! Right! For no good reason, except we have to. The Astropups are heading for the brain. Come, the chase begins. Out of the way! This way, come on!
Quantum phase hop, skip, and a jump, and yet it took us 3 whole nanoseconds. I bet it was that last phase shift into the micro world that did it. Those vibrations in the inner ear always play havoc on Tacky's retro boosters.
Where are we? This looks weird.
Smells bad, too.
Did it rain last Thursday?
Well, ostensibly, we are on the planet Earth. Although we've made a few quantum shifts in size to make this stop.
Which is?
We are inside the skull of one Ezra Johnson. More specifically, at a certain point in the frontal lobe of his brain. We are at the Information Command Center, where all of the neural impulses, both incoming and outgoing, that control the nervous system, known to his pals as Ezra, get monitored and or ignored, depending on whether the watchman is asleep or not.
Watchman?
Well, there's got to be somebody in here. I mean, everybody has a me between the ears, right?
Yeah, sure. Gotcha.
At any rate, hand this to the guy on duty, and I'll be back to pick you up.
Well, what's this?
Where are you going?
Boy, you pups never get enough. Let me give you something to chew on for a while. Due to the connectedness of all and everything, then everything affects everything else, right?
Right.
Right.
Well, that packet is the everything else. It's all of the cosmic vibrations and information that affect Ezra's nervous system. I've got similar packets for the other 4.5 billion people on this planet. And the tachyonic choo-choo is the only vehicle capable of making these deliveries. So I've got to go.
That sounds pretty rough. Won't you stay here?
Nah, seen one brain, you've seen them all. Let's see. 4.5 billion nervous systems. Be back in a second.
You said this would keep us chewing? Onward! What do you know? There really is a watchman. Let's wake him. There's a fire in the pituitary!
Huh? Whatever it is, it's not my job. Hey, I just work here. Hey, somebody else was handling that. God, you can't do everything. Give me a break, will you?
Hey, whoa. Are you the watchman?
Oh, well, I guess there's supposed to be one. It's all set up for one over this console and all. But really, it's just too big a job. I mean, look at all the stuff that comes through here. Sensory information, motor impulses, interneural interpolation. It's just too much to handle. Well, we're not really conscious of all that comes through here. We just kind of mellow out and, maybe catch some shut-eye. It all seems to work out just fine.
What do you mean, we?
Huh? Oh, now me and the other guys, we take shifts. It's such taxing work.
What other guys? There's nobody here but us.
You know, the guys. The me's. The brain gang. Where you been? Well, here, I'll show you. Well, they're asleep right now down in the limbic system. I'll see if I can get them up here. Hey, you cranial crumbs! Get on up here! We got company! Don't be misled. It may appear that we wouldn't be caught dead in the same skull together. But actually, we've developed quite a symbiotic relationship. I gotta come a diverse group, to say the least. Hey, dudes! Hey. Where are the others?
They're currently undergoing the endeavor of postponing to the next diurnal cycle the necessities of the present one.
Say what?
Man, don't listen to him. When he talks, you can't hear nothing but the words. You gotta be cool, fool. You gotta go with the flow.
Well, allow me. What he meant was they're putting off till tomorrow what needs to be done today, I guess.
Procrastination. It's a highly esteemed skill up here.
Are these Ezra's me's?
Well, I guess that's a pretty good description. I mean, this console is where a me would call home. But really, it's just us up here working, taking turns, twisting knobs and pulling strings. It comes out
Ezra. Of course, as you can see, we're all pretty different characters, so Ezra seems to have these shifting moods and opinions depending on which one of us is here. Ezra never notices. You might say we're the hobgoblins of Ezra's little mind.
If you guys are Ezra's knees, then who is Ezra?
Yeah, this is Ezra's brain, right? So where is Ezra?
Huh. Well, that's a good one. Whenever Ezra says I or me, he's really talking about one or all of us. So I guess, in a sense, we are Ezra. Oh, I know, on the outside, to everybody, it does appear that there's one Ezra. I mean, Ezra's Ezra, right? At least it appears that way to Ezra. But if we're Ezra, and Ezra doesn't realize it, then Ezra must be the person who can't see Ezra.
Way to go, man. A scintillating display of binary reasoning.
That's right. By that reasoning, if you define Ezra as that which can't see Ezra, then if Ezra suddenly saw Ezra, he'd no longer be Ezra. And the question, who is Ezra, it's open-ended.
Now that's scary. I mean, what would happen to us if Ezra saw this console and decided to use it for himself? We'd be out of a job.
Well, wait a minute. We have squatters' rights.
Not to mention union contracts. Well, now, isn't there some insurance clause about unwarranted introspection?
There must be.
Now that's not very likely, is it? I mean, you know, you guys have been working here all this time, and Ezra hasn't ever noticed. In fact, it seems set up so that he can't notice.
Yeah, we make a lot of racket up here, and Ezra never notices, does he?
Not old Ezra. He cannot perceive us.
We can do what we want, can't we?
Oh. Well, sure we can. We're just working.
Playing. Surfing.
And Ezra won't know because...
It's just the sound of the guys working on the brain. It's just the sound of the guys working on the brain game.
What's that?
It's the buzzer from hormonal control down the hypothalamus. Something's just tickled Ezra's gonads. Here, let's see. Ezra's down by the condominium pool right now, hanging out. Let's cut in the optic nerve screen so we can see through Ezra's eyes.
Man, it's too dark. You can't see nothing.
Oh, Ezra's got his shades on.
Let's see now. Adjust the contrast to 32% full.
Oh!
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, it's hormones, all right. Ezra's just caught sight of his neighbor Betty in a new bikini. We've been trying to get him to copulate for days. Ooh, what a sight! Time to get moving, Ezra.
Step aside. Watch the master at work.
What's he doing?
Oh, he's going to make Ezra a hit on Betty. Let's cut in the auditory input so we can hear what's going on.
Hey, Betty. Wait a minute. How you doing? Man, you look great.
Oh, hi, Ezra. How are you doing?
Cool, Betty, cool. That bikini you're wearing is out of sight. Ooh. It's a string bikini, isn't it? What happens if I pull this string?
Oh, stop that. You look so fresh.
Fresh as a daisy and raring to go. How about it, Betty?
Oh, come on. In front of all these people?
aroused by your curvaceousness. The sight of your voluptuosity increases my blood pressure by 14% at least.
You're weird, you know that?
You know, Betty, there is a theory that sexual arousal is simply a result of a certain area of the brain being activated by pheromonal stimulation. Do you agree with this mechanical reactionist viewpoint?
Huh? What are pheromones?
Pheromones are subtle but powerful chemicals by which the male and female of the species attract each other and...
Hey, are you sure you're not cold? You just keep shivering.
No, Betty. I must confess, I am just a captive of your pheromonal snares. I feel the neurons squirting at this very moment.
Ooh, that's sexy. Let's go somewhere now. Ezra, what's wrong? You look blank.
No, I'm just, blown away, overwhelmed by, no, well, I'm not sure. I am. I guess so.
Well, I can cure that. Come on.
Are you sure? I mean, do you want to... Oh, my. It's getting hot.
Ezra, you're freaking out. I'm getting out of here.
What is going on? What happened? That is weird. You guys didn't see anything, did you? You know, I don't think you guys belong here. There's something different about you. What are you doing here anyhow?
Oh, the tachyonics brought cosmic vibes for Ezra to absorb.
Done?
We'd sure like to take a look around, and somebody mentioned surfing.
Oh, you guys do it?
Do what?
The electro surf, man, the chemo glide. It's the greatest. The guys spend most of their time riding the neural pathways all over the brain. That's why they're so tired when it's time to come to work. You see, there's 10 billion neurons that make up the brain. They all run on electricity, so we just ride the flow of the electrons. The surf's always up. There's never a low tide. It's a blast.
But you mean Ezra's just a bunch of automated electric circuits?
Who knows? Who cares? Ezra gets along for himself, just like everybody else.
All the same, it's kind of strange when you really see it. It seems so...
Appropriate.
Nothing amiss.
the sleeping bliss.
Hey, look, I'm up for some surfing. How about it? Sure.
No, I don't think we should.
Now, you know we want to.
Maybe, but you know me. It's safe here. We are comfortable.
Okay, we know the scoop. Let's get it over with. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Well?
Are duck-billed platypuses really just an evolutionary dead end?
Yes! Surf City, here we come!
Give me a pop, read us.
What's going on the dock? Those Astropups gotta be around here somewhere. Oh, there they are. It's Astropups. Come on, let's get them.
Wait a minute, Come here. We need a plan. You coming. All right, let's get 'em. any secret anti-pup neutralizing grips work every
At
time.
the current rate, we should be losing consciousness in 2.6 seconds.
Well, it's not my job. Hey, I wasn't sleeping. I was just resting my eyes and, oh, hey, dudes, what's up? We're here. I'm the watchman. Hey, brain gang. Hey, guys, wake up. You can't sleep here.
Somebody a brain gang? Thought these were the Astropups. He's right. They're not the Astropups.
Astropups? Wait a minute. You're in cahoots with that Astropups bunch, are you? Look, we don't like people pulling our strings around here. Just who are you anyway?
We're
figments. Yeah, figments.
Figments?
Yeah, official figments. Yeah, official figments. We got a report that there are 3 flights of fancy roaming around the brain. You can't have flights of fancy roaming around the brain now, can you? Have you seen them? They go by the name Astropups.
Yeah, you don't say. Yeah, they took out of here a couple of seconds ago. Headed that way. Toward the visual cortex, I think. Yeah, if you're going to round them up, you better be quick about it. There's no telling what kind of trouble they're getting into. Hey! Where's your surfboard? Can't get anywhere without a surfboard, man.
Surfboard! Right! No problem! What's a surfboard? Surfboards? We don't need no stinking surfboards!
As the days and the weeks slipped by, my involvement in Astropup research grew more intense. I began to suspect that, due to their tachyonic movement, the Astropups might in fact be journeying to other places, even though they appeared to remain underneath my instruments. This suspicion grew to certainty as the pup data continued to roll in. To my astonishment, the Astropups were changing, evolving before my very eyes. Oh, I don't mean they were getting physically bigger or anything. It's just that their movements, their interactions were growing more sophisticated, more intelligent. And yet all the while it was so playful, as if growing in this manner was the Astropup's version of having fun. It was no accident. No, indeed. It seemed that this magical quality of self-induced evolution was inherent in the pup's triaxial dance. Simply put, the longer the Astropups existed, the faster they moved, the more extensive their exploration, then the more they evolved. It was beautiful to watch. It was as if I had somehow stumbled onto a private unveiling and unfurling of the primal patterns of life itself. Needless to say, I was a captive audience.
Well, we've got our board. Now what? What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, that's just surfer talk. He says it's time to hang 10, but in our case, it's more like 6. So, we wait for a neural impulse to come along, and we take it where it takes us. It says on this map here that we're in the parietal lobe. Let's see.
Holy astrodromy! Look at that!
It's an impulse!
lights up ahead.
Broadway boogie woogie.
Seven Jupiter!
Look, drive-in movies. Or surf-in movies, I guess. Look at those giant screens.
It says here that we're in the visual cortex. Why, that screen over there, that must be what Ezra sees through his eyes.
A bunch of legs floating in midair.
I bet Ezra's still just trying to get out of the condo pool. Wow, look at that screen. That one's a little harder to make out. That must be what Ezra sees in his brain.
It looks like TV that can't stay on one channel.
Now, there's a strange screen. It's showing a film on both sides of it simultaneously. One side's Ezra's darkest fears. The other is fondest dreams.
So, the hopeful Ezra and the fearful Ezra must use the same projector.
Does that remind you of anything we know?
No, yes, no, yes, no, yes.
Yes, no, yes, no, yes.
The two extremes find themselves back to back, and the shortest distance between 2 points is a circle.
I see shades up ahead. What is it?
See, after the visual cortex comes the association cortex. Why, that's the area where stimulus is associated and made sense of. This gets kind of hard to make sense out of this map here, though. It looks like a total maze.
They must be associations. They appear to be figures. We're surrounded.
Let's try and get their attention. Hey!
Hey! Hey!
Hey, I remember the snow, okay? In the morning, at my day. Hey,
Yeah, Pops bought the farm a couple years back. Had a good life, though, I must say. And boy, could he pitch hay.
Hey,
hey, I sing in the brain.
They must not have heard us right.
Hey!
Hey! Hey!
Hey, I remember the smell, okay? In the morning, at my daddy's farm. Hey!
Yeah, Pops bought the farm a couple years back. Had a good life, though, I must say. And boy, could he pitch hay. Hey!
Hey! I'm singing in the brain.
Hey!
Hey! I remember the smell, okay? In the morning, at my daddy's farm.
Yeah, Pops bought the farm a couple years back. Had a good life, though, I must say. And boy, could he pitch hay. Hey!
Hey! I'm singing in the brain. This is weird. They just do the same thing over and over.
We gotta help them break their habit. Don't you guys know that repetition's no fun?
Repetition's no fun.
Repetition's no fun.
Repetition's no fun.
Repetition's no fun.
I'm singing in the brain.
You guys are hopeless.
We're hopeless.
We're bubblers.
Where's the Pope?
Where's the bear?
We're all beer!
I'm singing in the brain.
They are hopeless.
But from another perspective, it seems
They're just as they should be.
Just as we should be.
Only as we could be.
Always as we would be.
Just singing in the brain.
you know, these guys are just aching to be played with.
This situation definitely does have some potential.
Hey!
Hey! Hey! Hey! Hey! Hey! Hey! Hey! Hey! Hey!
Now what?
gives them something they can't associate.
Opposites are just two different views of the same event.
Up, 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 up.
Hey! 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 Who are you guys anyway? You don't fit. We can't associate you. Give us a label.
We're the Astropups.
Astropups! Astropups?
Astropups. Astropups?
Astropups!
Astropups?
Astropups. Sing. Astropups? Sing. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say? No, that isn't it. 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 You know, I think we've just succeeded in inventing the first perpetual motion mechanism. That could go on forever.
There sure are a lot of strange things in this brain. Where to now?
Well, he's right. We turned right after the visual cortex. There's no place to go but up, which is where this impulse is taking us.
Well, what's up? What's there to see?
Well, I don't know. See, the line on this map here just kind of ends. There's a straight line running across the brain and emptiness beyond. Why, I think we're leaving Ezra behind. We're headed to neural ground where no association has ever been.
Uh-oh.
What?
We're headed up, all right. Look, the line on that map isn't just a line. It's a whole ceiling, and we're headed straight for it. Does this thing have a reverse? It's time to bamboozle!
Hey, wait, there's nothing we can do about that now. We're at the mercy of this impulse we're riding. But there sure is something strange about this. I don't think it's what it appears to be. Look at him, he smells something.
There's nothing strange about a head-on collision. We're gonna crash. We'll be pure 8 pups in a few moments. It's getting closer!
Wait, look! There are letters on it. N-I-K-E. Nike?
Nike Schmikey! Read yourself!
Faster! Faster!
What do you know? It was made out of rubber. We just bounced off.
I think we just made a startling scientific discovery. The human brain has a rubber ceiling manufactured by Nike. Think we'll get a Nobel Prize? Hey, what's wrong with him?
I don't know, but you know, it appears that we've just run into the soul of the giant running shoe. Why, unbeknownst to Ezra, somebody's standing on his brain. There's gotta be a way to get up there.
An audacious theory, Professor Pup. And why, pray tell, has somebody put their foot down?
There's uncharted brain on the other side of that shoe. Maybe it's just not ready yet. Whoever's standing there must be reserving the space for some future use.
But who makes reservations that far in advance?
Life! That's why he was so eager. He knew what lay on the other side. He, I, we just wanted to go home.
You guys mind if your belly button lit or something? I've been looking all over for you.
We got a tachyonic picture, conductor. Let's go.
Whoa, what's the rush?
We can't go any further here. The way is closed.
You pups look positively intoxicated. You haven't been sniffing around the opiate receptors, have you?
Bless your mechanical heart, conductor. Take us on your cosmic choo-choo wherever you want.
Yeah. Further up and further out.
Okay. All aboard. Here we go.
Boy, we almost drowned all those brainwaves. It sure is lucky we got caught in that electric current. Wasn't luck, it was fate. That's right. We're on a holy mission. Right. What was that?
Huh? I didn't hear anything.
Wait a minute. Wait just a minute. I distinctly heard the sound of a playful squeak.
You hold out us? What's going on here?
What do you got?
There's something foul in this coat. See, I was right. A rubber ducky. A rubber ducky!
What's an anti-pup doing with a rubber ducky?
He was just lying there all alone on the shores of one of the memory banks that we washed up on. I don't know. I kind of like him.
You like him?
Yeah. He's kind of like a little friend.
A friend? Look here. You're an anti-pup. You don't like anybody. You don't have friends. An anti-pup is above ordinary likes or dislikes. Our only companion is our purpose, and our purpose is to get Astropups.
You got that? Yeah. But why are we after the Astropups? Why is that our purpose? Why? Why? Oh.
Look, there is no why. Why is an illegal word. Why doesn't exist. The only reality is what you are. And what are you?
Bad?
What? Bad? What? Nasty? What are you? An anti-pup! And what is an anti-pup? Show no mercy!
Here, let me help you with that. Feel a little better? Yeah. I don't know what happened. I must have lost my head there or something.
Yeah, shake it off, okay? That's what he said. We clear out of this joint. Wow!
No, that isn't it.
You, check him out.
Hey! Where are the Astropups?
Yeah, where are those Astropups?
Hey, look at you, when I'm gonna ask you one more time. Where are the Astropups?
At my daddy's farm.
Her daddy's farm! What's the farm? What's the daddy? Is that farm around here somewhere?
Yeah, Pop's about the farm.
All right,
Back.
get back.
Good life, I must say. And boy, could he pitch hay.
Pitch There are a lot of strange things in this brain, right, guys? Guys? Guys! Wait for me! Where are you going? Standing on me! Hey!
Hey! Oh, it's time for the serious speech, I see.
As I grew more obsessed with the Astropups,
I came to the conclusion that it wasn't enough merely to observe the phenomenon of the pups. I needed to experience it. My lab equipment grew idle as I turned inward to the laboratory of my mind. Only there could I test the remarkable pup data. So I struggled with the hard wiring of my brain. I searched the cracks of my dreams and nightmares. I tried to pierce the thin film of my own identity to reach that crystal edge space where I could dance my own triad of understanding. And yet, I discovered that the workings of my mind were as limited and mechanical as the lifeless machines of science upon which I had for so long anchored my faith. I was denied access to that lofty room in my own brain that I knew must exist, had to exist. Mad visions of the Astropups careened through my head. They became 3 fiery planets with cartoon faces, whirling about, laughing, winking, rolling their eyes in mock amazement at my predicament before they exploded in my head. It was too much to bear. I frantically cast about for a piece of solid data to rest my soul upon. I'm a scientist, I shouted. I need a rational explanation. In another instant, I would disappear. I was freaking out, you see. He had to stop! Stop!
What a time for the choo-choo to break down. We'll be late for sure.
What's wrong, conductor? How come we stopped?
Oh. Equipment failure, me lads. This here Omni change gasket went on the fritz.
What's wrong with it? It looks fine.
Well, that's just it. You can see it. You see, the Omni change gasket is the means by which the choo-choo harnesses its hyper-energy drive. This energy is so vibrant, so fluid, well, no stable form can contain it.
Well, how come the train doesn't just explode then?
I was just getting to that. You see, this energy is so fluid that it requires something that, well, can mold itself to the energy. It requires a gasket that remains in a perpetual state of change. Otherwise, we would explode or simply stop moving, which is what just happened. But look at this. It's woefully solid. It must have slipped into a stable state, and then everything just ground to a halt.
You mean we stopped because this gasket just popped into stable existence? Well, can't we fix it?
That's the tricky part. You see, you can't fix something that's not really there, and then when it is there, it doesn't need fixing. Look at this. There's not a scratch on it. We are going to have to replace it.
May I suggest that we start looking for a non-existent gasket? And then, when we're absolutely sure that it's not here, we'll have it.
Brilliant!
Well, it sounds right. Well, here I am, looking for a non-existent Omni-change gasket, surrounded by Astropups, me with a busy schedule and a choo-choo on the plane. I ask you, what else could happen to me? Who knows what godforsaken planet this is anyway? It's great! The unknown, the uncertain. I mean, what could be better? I feel like dancing. pushed around. It doesn't matter. I mean, everything just rolls on over into the next thing, remaining in perfect balance. Wow. I think I'll just have a sit down on this bench and mull it over for a little while. My watch stopped too. I wonder what time it is.
It's around 10 o'clock.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Whoa! What's going on here? Who are you?
Is that any way to address a piece of fine furniture?
I beg your pardon, Mr. Bench.
That's better. As for who I am, well, I was the bench upon which you were just now sitting. But now you may call me Stanley. Yes, that'll do very nicely. And as for what's going on, you have arrived on Alpha 9, specifically at the glorious shrine of the 3 stable forces.
The 3 stable forces?
That is correct, my little inquisitive one. You see, there are 3 forces, or as we on Alpha 9 refer to them, polarities. The positive, the negative, and the neutral. You experienced their effect when you passed through them before you sat on me. These 3 polarities are the governing influences of all of life throughout the universe, both on our planet and your own. But there is a difference. In your world, the 3 polarities operate together in a kind of shifting 3-legged triadal dance, invisible to your perception. No one of the polarities ever operates independently of the other 2. This shifting triadal dance is performed on a background of apparently stable form. Ergo, in your world, a mountain always seems to be a mountain. A toaster always seems to be a toaster. And Fred always seems to be Fred. Why, to his friends and enemies alike, Fred is instantly recognizable by his form. However, due to the confluences of the dancing, shifting polarities, the energy that is Fred continually shifts from the happy Fred to the sad Fred, the fascinated Fred and the bored Fred, the Fred that likes to take long drives in the country, the Fred that hates long drives in the country, the Fred that swears he's going to do his taxes on time, the Fred that...
different, Stanley.
Egbert. Yes, I've shifted slightly. You may call me Egbert now. And that's just the difference. You see, Alpha 9 is the only planet in the entire universe where we have isolated, separated, and enshrined the 3 polarities so that they operate independently of each other. Why, we consider it a great honor to be able to bask in the glow of any one of the 3 polarities separately from the other 2. But this situation has created a world where, although energy is constant, form continually shifts from one thing to another. So, a minute ago, I was Stanley. Before that, I was a bench. Now, I'm Egbert. Why, just yesterday, I spent the whole afternoon as a tastefully arranged bowl of waxed fruit. But that's enough about me. As the caretaker of the glorious shrine of the 3 stable polarities on beautiful Alpha 9, how may I serve you?
We're looking for an omni-change gasket.
You know, my cousin Lamar used to go out with a girl that knew somebody that was an omni-change gasket one time. No, not what. It was a bowling ball polisher. But it doesn't matter, because we have a saying here on Alpha 9. Sooner or later, everything turns into everything else. So, if you lose something, you just find something else, and you stare at it for a while, and before you know it, poof, you got what you were looking for. Works every time. Just the other day, I lost my favorite tie, so I got this piece of raisin toast, you see. And I stared at
The three stable forces?
It sounds kind of strange.
It sounds like a geometrical oxymoron.
Let's do some experimenting and find out what it's really about.
Oh, that seems dangerous. But I know I agree. Let's do it. No, yes.
No, yes.
No, yes.
No, yes.
No,
No,
yes.
yes.
Noise.
Let's do it.
All right, all right. This is the positive polarity. And I'm the so-called negative pop. What if we...
Investigate.
This is strange. There's something new going through me. I feel so creative. So adventurous. And I understand the way you respond to things. Yes!
No?
Yes.
No?
Yes.
No?
Yes. Boy, that was weird. You were the same as me for a minute, but it threw us off balance. We couldn't operate efficiently. Let me try the negative one. Ugh. Are you sure this experimenting isn't dangerous? I don't want to do this anymore. In fact, I don't want to do anything new anymore. I just want to go home. No!
This time, you were me. But we were in harmony.
Nothing matters anymore.
Everything seems irrelevant.
Free the rutabagas!
Constant change.
Stability is stagnation.
Free them!
Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. No. 3R1. And 1R3.
That's the way that it should be.
I can't see.
Inside me.
I can see the three.
Inside me.
Outside me.
Change!
How strange. How strange. We could be the omni-change.
From the glorious shrine of the three stable polarities on beautiful Alpha 9, it's the Fifth Delmonico Show! Starring Fifth Delmonico! Thank you very much. Hey, look, you're beautiful. Don't ever stop changing. So, how you doing? I'm a little blue. I guess you're asking yourselves, hey, Biff, how come you're so blue? Well, it's like this. I found the perfect woman for me, right? We went out a few times and went through a few changes together, and I invited her up to my pad and popped the big question just before I was just about to ask her when, woof, she turned into a Hoover vacuum cleaner. So, my heart is broken. But you should see my carpets. Thank you very much. So, I was willing to give the relationship a try. I mean, you have to be flexible in the romantic area if you're going to live on this planet. So, you know, I went down to the library and checked out some books. You know, self-help books like I'm Okay, You're a Major Appliance. You know, I finally read all 5 volumes of The History of Carpet Padding, so we had something in common to talk about. It was too much for her. She couldn't handle it, so she left me anyway. But I don't think she'll be gone long. She only took 1 bag. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, gee, Biff, these sure are bad jokes. And you're right. They are bad jokes. But, you know, we have a saying here on Alpha 9. You should have respect for bad jokes. Someday, you might turn into one. Well, let's come on over here and say hello to our special guests. What do you say? Hello? Yes, what's your name?
Anti-pup?
And what's your name, son?
Anti-pup.
Now, wait a minute. I'm pretty good with names, and I think I've heard that one somewhere before. Well, it'll come to me. And what's your name?
Look, we're all anti-pups.
Ooh, what a strange coincidence. Is there a bus full of you downstairs or something? Well, what are you doing here on beautiful Alpha 9?
We're looking for the Astropups. That's right, we're on a holy mission.
You know, I had this intuitive feeling that they were holy men. And what are you going to do if you catch these Astropups?
We're going to advance upon them with no mercy, and then we're going to consume them.
Well, I guess if you're going to consume something, you should advance on it with no mercy. But to show you what good sports we are here on the Biff Delmonico show, we're going to invite our 3 special guests. There are only 3 of you, right? Just kidding. The Anti-Pups to join us in singing the Alpha 9 National Anthem. What do you say, guys? They can barely contain their excitement. Let's bring up a microphone for these boys. No, it goes the other way there, son. And don't consume this. Now, this is very simple. Just sing along on the chorus. When I point to you, you sing bop, 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 boppin' on Alpha 9. You got it? Okay, Scooter, let's kick it off. Terraforming Return a short way, ladies and gentlemen. You should be very careful. Don't get too close to the band. They're the only band in the universe that attracts lightning. And weren't they great, these Anti-Pups? Boy, I tell you what. Brothers and sisters, look out. To show you what good sports we are here on the Biff Delmonico show, we're going to ask our three special guests, the Anti-Pups, to take a break in their busy schedule of pursuing and consuming, to come on over here and rub up against whichever one of the three stable polarities they want to. What do you say, guys?
Yeah, sounds natural.
They're gone. Somebody's freed them. Do you realize what this means? I'll be Bill Delmonico forever!
The Astropups finally come on.
Wait a minute.
Get on.
Oh, wait. This is the culmination of our efforts. Destiny fulfilled. We chased these pups across the far reaches of the galaxy, to the never-ending branches of the nervous system. And now we have them trapped in an evolutionary cul-de-sac. But before we advance without mercy and consume them, let's take a moment. Pause. Reflect. Now let's get them
Look who's here.
I swear you pups do me good. But we still have to find the Omni change gasket. And I mean, where haven't we looked?
We know.
We
You
know.
won't find it on the ground.
It can't be seen, it can't be touched.
The Omni change is
Right in here.
You made it to the brain?
It's
Right out there.
It's right in front, just the synapse ahead, just beyond a moment before.
Leave it to us. We'll fix the choo-choo.
We've learned so much here, and we can spin our own thread.
We can be the Omni change. We can be the Omni change.
But there's just one more thing that we must do here.
Oh no. Pups. They're gone. Oh, what is to become of me? Stuck here throughout all of eternity in this hellish place. The pups! They did it! They fixed the choo-choo! Wait! What's a choo-choo without its conductor? Wait! I'm coming! Wait!
And so the Astropups, and myself, took the long route around, evolving and revolving, until they finally found themselves back home.
Ezra, honey, dinner's ready.
Coming, Betty! Gotta go.
Jeffrey Nightmare on the synthesizer. Peter on the shortwave. Wesley and Joe back there on the right. And Jackie and Sharon and John and Nina back here doing all the work.
We want to thank you all for being here tonight. There is a mailing list down by the front door. If you'd like to sign up, we can inform you about future Evoteck activities. Next Saturday, we're starting a new show, the Tomorrow Show, and we hope to see some of you there. But right now, we're going to send you out of here with Bob.